Today we're going to be texture painting the remaining meshes that has to be texture painted. So yeah, this is where I guess I'm at right now. Here's the work in progress. Here are the boots, or boot. Here is the boot. So quite a few things I gotta do. I gotta bake the multi-res details, bake it down into normals, and then we're gonna have to texture paint. So yeah, quite a bit of things to do today. I only have about like what 3 to 4 hours to do all of this on stream, so definitely won't be able to do every single thing, but we'll give it a shot anyway. So let me just make sure that I'm live on YouTube, and then we'll get right into it. I think I should be live, but I just want to double check. Okay, I am live. Let's go. So the first thing that we gotta do is to UV unwrap things, and I'm thinking I'm gonna UV unwrap the boots and the gloves into 2 separate UVs. Holy moly. Hey bot, how you doing today? So yeah, let's just get right into it. Yeah, I'm taking way longer than I should be, but here we are. It is what it is. And let me just, let's apply the bevel. Let me just duplicate that, put it in a backup, and then I'll apply that. Actually, we just need a segment of... Oh, I'm already lagging. Not good, not good. Okay, let me just put it here. Yo, Alex, hello, Childish, Danji, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing good, Inyake, hope you all are well. We are doing some texture painting stuff today. Let me just do that. There we go. So yeah, we're going to have to well, first of all, UV unwrap both the boot and the gloves and the bandages. Here we are. I've added some fun little multi-res details, and I've, for the past few days I haven't made like a lot of visible progress, but I've been experimenting with different things, and I would say things are going well so far. Look at this little hair rig test. Yo, Nick. Hello, Ski. That ad was so odd. The first said 15-second last, and then 25 seconds, and then ended. Oh my god. Oh no. Sorry about the ads. Yo, no wonder. What's up today? I am going to be working on some texture painting stuff. And yeah, I'm doing good today. How about you? I hope you're well. So look at this little rig. I'm lagging. Can I just not lag, please? Thank you. And let's take a look at this. Look at that. A little physics stuff going on with the damp track. I saw Ulia doing this on Twitter, and I wanted to give it a shot myself. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty fun, and we could do that for like, each group of hair. Like maybe these bunch of guys could be parented into one single rig, and then we'll have them all act this way. But the thing is, like, I'm not sure if I want to go about it this way. I might want to have the manual abilities, right, to animate the hair, but this could be a thing to add on top of manual animation. The thing is, like, my concern is that if we move too fast, it may act a little weird, like this, though it is kind of nice, kind of pretty. But yeah, anyway. Yo, Van, how are you? I'm doing good, how about you? You're doing good as well? Let's go, no wonder. Alright, so yeah, let's let's stop the ramble and start unwrapping things. I think for this stream, I'm gonna focus on the gloves, and then I'll work on the boots off stream. I mean, the UV unwrapping off stream. Because, well, essentially I'm gonna be doing the same thing. So here's what I plan to do. So the first thing we gotta do is sorry, not bake. The first thing we gotta do is to UV unwrap, and then we're going to have to... Actually, I want to make this a little fancier. I'm gonna use my own font, if they would let me. Tiny... Oh. Show hidden. Tiny Naki. Oh. I guess not, never mind. Alright. That's fine. Yo, Fricteller, excited to work along today? Hell yeah, let's go. I'd love to see some of the work in progress and the work-alongs. I'd like that. Bright side, it helps with smears for a high octane action, maybe? Yeah, true, right? That is true. And I'm still thinking if I want to do, like, you know, animated smears, or if I want to do, like, realistic motion blur, like, kind of like Arcane, right? I'm leaning towards animated smears, although I'm not sure how much extra time that may take up, but... You're loving the pants, excellent work you've done off-stream, thank you, appreciate that. Really excited to see this come to life, because it's been long overdue. It's day 25. I should be almost done with the rig at this point, but here we are, right? But, you know, to be fair, I have been working on, you know, other fun sculpts, plus experimenting with different things. So I'll take this as a win, like a necessary, or rather a necessary loss for the future wins. So texture, no, UV unwrap, bake, multi-res modifiers or multi-res details, and then we'll texture paint. So here is, well, so this is today's agenda. And actually, let me do a quick restart of my Blender, because I'm feeling a little lag here and there. Okay, let me just close things up, close, and then open. I'm still thinking whether or not I want your names to be colored, because on a gray background it's a little hard to see. And I don't think I'm gonna do the, you know, the slightly, like the darker background for the chat. I think it's a little, there's a bit too much going on right now. Like if I were to add one of these, let me see. If I were to add one of those. There. I don't know if I like that. But in the back. As long as you're on mobile data, the resolution of the stream isn't going to be the highest, so the colored names help out a lot right now. Okay, I see. Interesting. Fair enough. Alright, let's just put this here. I'm seeing a little bit of a lag. That's interesting. Okay, but let me just move on. Okay, I think this is still somewhat watchable, right? I think it struggles a little bit in the texture paint preview. Does it lag, by the way, when I navigate around the viewport? Hey, you're new here and you bought the tiny hair add-on. You have a problem there and you're not sure where to ask for help on the Discord. Is it the tiny hair products tab? Yes, that's the one. Sorry to interrupt. You don't know how I manage things here. That's fine. You could join the Discord and go under the support channel category, and yeah, just put your problem there, and I'll look into it. The daddy hair add-on. I know, it's hilarious. You're not a 3D artist right now. You don't know why you've been watching my streams. I appreciate that. Super fluid, very little delay. Oh, let's go. Okay. Finally. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is to turn off the mirror modifiers. It is not necessary right now. And then I will be baking the gloves with the bandages. That is the plan. And then for the other glove, I'll just mirror it. I don't think I have enough time to work on any fancy asymmetrical details. Like you know, like they do in Arcane. I just do not have the means for that right now, unfortunately. So, anyways, let's begin the unwrapping process. Let's begin with the gloves. This one's pretty simple, right? I think. Hello, Fractaler. Yummers, hello. Even if people don't do 3D, it's still interesting to watch people do it and how they do it. You'll learn a lot in your opinion. Fair enough. Yeah, true. Alright, thanks. Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay. Now, let's begin the unwrapping process. So I'll begin with the fingers. And I think I'll do... do I want to do this for the thumb or this? Which loop do I want to go for? I think I'll go with this loop. Right there, and then this, and that. Okay. Oh. Okay. A little misaligned, but okay, that's good. Alright, let's mark seam. So what are you guys working on today? Mark seam. I'll be pretty much doing this the entire day. I mean, not just unwrapping, obviously, but I'll be working on the gloves the entire stream, not entire day, and I hope that's fine. I hope it's not too boring. Let's see, where do I want to split? I think I'll split it here. Let's see. I'll start unwrapping just to see how things are looking. Okay, great. You're working on texturing now? Yo, Splits. How are you doing today? Texturing, nice. Today's, it's the car. Yesterday was the car, and tomorrow will also be the car. Fair enough. Well, I hope the car goes, I hope it goes well. It will. It'll go well. I think I want to split it down here. Doing some test renders to check how long your 4,500 frames will render, 35 hours of render time. Let's say 40 hours, checking if you're satisfied with the quality. Maybe you'll up the samples. Okay. Yo, Marshall, hello. Your Blender freezes and crashes whenever you try to render a room you made. There's not a lot going on, just has 2 light sources. Any idea why? Ooh, that is tough. The thing about Blender crashes is that it's so... There could be so many different reasons as to why it happens. You might want to throw it on Discord to see if anyone could help you diagnose it, because I don't have a lot of time to diagnose that on stream right now. And off the top of my head, I have got nothing right now. I can't think of any reason why that would be the case. You know, do you have any simulations? Do you have anything that could potentially cause a crash? Have I tried using UDIMs? Yes, in the past, and I will probably be using UDIMs for this as well. I'll probably work on the textures separately, and then just assemble the UDIMs later. The thing is, I'm not sure if I even want to go with UDIMs, because UDIMs they can be pretty I don't know, unnecessarily tedious, and it can get pretty laggy. So I don't know if I want to go with UDIMs. But it may just be good practice to do it regardless. So we'll see. There you go. Thanks, fans. Just got home from a Christmas event. Oh hell yeah! Was there a lot of drinking? Do I want to maybe do that? What would that look like? Yeah. Right. What if I do that? A similar effect. Okay. Yeah, the thing about UV unwrapping it's a really boring process. I am very tempted to just smart UV unwrap. I won't lie, but I'll save that for emergencies. You know, when I'm really pressing for time. I'll probably do a lot of automatic unwrapping for the environments. I think that's what's gonna happen. A bit of beer, but mainly foods. Oh hell yeah, that sounds very sounds like a delight. I'm glad you had a good time. Christmas vibes. I feel pretty split about Christmas because it's a reminder that the year is about to end, but the Christmas spirit, something about Christmas just makes me feel very happy, you know. But then it goes by so quickly, and then it's New Year's again. $25 stream streak. Thank you so much for the stream. 25 stream streak, Marshall. Appreciate it. 25. Sheesh. Kind of feels surreal that I've already streamed 25 times. And so far so good, I won't lie. I've been enjoying streaming so far. The only downside to it is honestly the fact that it sort of like eats up into my gym time. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a compromise that a compromise that I'll make. It's fine. Okay. That's fine. I think this is good enough, actually. This looks good enough to me. Can I maybe do a little... Where is it at? Utility... Checker map? Yeah, that looks clean. It's almost a bad habit by now. Yeah. Man, I gotta find a way to, you know, up my gym time, and well, the only way to do that right now would be to just suck it up and consume less media. But I'm very worried about doing that. I'm very cautious about doing that because I'm very worried about burnout in general. So I'll do that cautiously. I'll slowly work my way into reducing my, or rather maybe I should just optimize my media consumption. Gotta find a way. Okay. This looks good to me. So I'll just move on. Here we go. But one thing I can say is that I haven't been doom scrolling as much as of late, which is big. Doom scrolling wastes a shit ton of time, and I haven't been doing that a lot lately. I've been way too busy for that. Doom scrolling is bad. It really is. Doom scrolling is terrible. What is my split? I do pull, push, legs. And the reason why I do it that way instead of pull, push is because it just so happened that when I started the split, it was pull day. Wait, did I? No, I do pull, push, legs. And I believe that the usual order is push, pull, right? But yeah, it just so happened to be pull, so I started with pull first, and then I did push, and then legs. Not that it really matters anyway, as long as you get the shit done. You go for an hour a session, 5 days a week, and it's plenty to keep you jacked. That is fair. Yeah, cause as of late, I've been doing pretty low volume stuff, and I feel like, you know, that is definitely sustainable. I could... I think my problem is my recovery between sets, and especially during legs. Holy shit. During leg day, oh my god. It's mostly because I've been so, like, out of... well, or rather, just less active. And I don't my means of transport to the gym is walking. I don't drive, I don't ride a bike there. I walk. And walking alone already takes up about like 30 minutes. So yeah, and 30 minutes is being fairly gracious, I think. So You know what? I need to find a way. I need to stop making excuses and make shit happen. I'll get it. I'll get it to work. I'll figure it out. I promise. And yeah, maybe I should reduce. But I am already doing fairly low volume. I don't want to compromise my warm-ups. I take warm-ups fairly seriously. Well, I don't warm up for like 15 minutes, but I do warm up a good amount, especially my shoulders. Okay, I think that's good. You hungry already? It's about to be that time. No, it's gonna be that time in like an hour. It's gonna be about food. If I want, you can send me your workout routine. It's pretty similar to push-pull legs. 85 kilograms body weight, for 140 bench, 160 squat. Your credentials, holy shit. Damn, that's really impressive. Yo, Stressed. How do you work with curve? It's just a line. How do you work with curve? For what purpose, you know? For what purpose? And cheers, thanks for the hydrate. What is your rest time, then? How long do you rest for? And I think I could... I need to find... Do I want to split this down in the middle? Or do I want to just let it be this long? Let me see, give me a checker map, please. Let's see. I think I wanna... Let me just blend that out. Nope. Square by grid. Yikes. Okay. Let me do... Do I want to do this instead? Do I want to do that instead? Let me mark seam. Mark seam. Clear seam. Okay. And then unwrap. You know, I wonder if I should switch up my splits into push-pull legs and then upper lower. That could be the meta. You don't track rest times, you just wait until you feel like you can perform your next set at your best. Usually the entire workout stays at an hour max. I see. Huh. You know, now come to think of it, I'm not too sure how much time I spend at the gym. But I do rest for at least 2 minutes. How are they making me hydrate? It's a redeem. Yo, Elevax, hello. It is a hydrate redeem on Twitch. Sadly, there isn't such a function on YouTube. Not that I know of, at least. Okay, average island scale. Why is one longer than the other? Good evening. What is this UV checker you're using? I'm using the Mio 3 add-on that is free. Let me see if I'm blocking it. Oh, there, okay. Let me just hide my camera. There it is. There's this little checker map down here that you could just pop it in. Mio 3, M-I-O 3, and it's free. Forgive you couldn't comment on yesterday's stream. It was about Ben 10, right? Oh yes, it was. That's true. And I'm not sure why the comment was turned off. I've turned it on since I figured it out. They did that automatically for some reason. It could be because of the copyright thing that happened, and then when I fixed it, they automatically did their thing. I don't know why again, but they did. Or maybe I could do it... Nah, this is fine, this is fine. Okay, let me just give it a shot though. Let me just clear seam. And then I'll do it in the middle, and I'll split the edges. Like so. Mark seam and unwrap. That's very funky. Why is it like that? Why is it doing that? Link seam. Is it these guys? Really? Let me see. Clear seam. Oh, okay, because of... Oh my god, of course. Yeah, no problem, Van. You were wondering if it's easy to sculpt in Blender? I would say yes. I would say the sculpting tools in Blender is good. And keep in mind that I don't use ZBrush, so I mean, I don't really have a like a reference point, right? And I don't know if I know anyone who sculpts, who is fully proficient at sculpting in Blender and ZBrush at, you know, both at the same time, right? To make a fair judgment. And I think one of the more credible people to make the judgment would be Speedchar, because he's done both. He's really proficient in you know, sculpting in Blender and ZBrush in the past. So I think he could make a fair judgment, and he seems to enjoy sculpting in Blender. So there you go. Okay, let me just blend that out. There we go. That's nice. It's easy if you know how to do it. Exactly, yeah. You just gotta learn the tools, right? And then also, obviously, the anatomy and all of that stuff. You couldn't watch the streams because you were kind of tired. You've been sleeping more these days. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Blender if you want to have a good time. ZBrush if your PC is crap. Actually, fair enough. That's a very fair point. The performance in ZBrush is definitely better than Blender when it comes to sculpting, right? That is true. Okay, I think that's good. I think this is the way to go. I'm gonna do the same for this. So I'll do that, and then I'll do this. And we're gonna drop one smack in the middle. Actually, would be wiser to do it down here instead. Okay, great. Let me just unwrap these guys. Minimum stretch. Ah, that is nice. Okay. ZBrush is 1,000 times more optimized, but Blender is way less overwhelming. There you go. And I think it may help now that I think they're about to, or maybe they already have, release a new UI. ZBrush new UI release date. Expected in 2026. Okay, it's still in the works, but it seems like it's happening really soon. They're working on a new UI, and you got to toggle between the classic and the new UI. So there you go. Speedchar says Blender is good for professional work, but ZBrush is better. He sticks to Blender because it's free. Plus, it's good because of views and in terms of course buyers. Yeah, that is a fair point. Blender has a bigger market for learners. That is true. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then let's unwrap the other accessories. These guys. I've yet to apply the modifiers. Just do that. That's fine. Apply. Great. What about this? I think that is not necessary. Yep. I'm happy with that. Okay, great. Let me just unwrap them. Okay, let me just duplicate that as a backup and apply. How much crease are we talking about? Okay, let's copy that over. And then, there we go. Okay. The 2D gloves you were making kind of looks like this one. Hell yeah. The ZBrush. I mean, you know what? I do want to give ZBrush a shot someday. I do want to mess around in ZBrush to see to see what the fuss is all about. I mean, obviously it's the industry standard, right? But I do want to try out the different brushes and all of that crap to see how different it is. You're kind of struggling to understand texture painting right now. What about texture painting that you're confused about? Okay. What about it scares you? I think these guys could share. Do I want them to share? Let me think. Nah, I'll have them separate. These two buckles are the same buckles. It's just that I just rotated one of them upside down, so I save some texture space, you know. But for these guys, I think they're gonna have to be independent. Then maybe for this, I could do the same thing. Yeah, let me just duplicate that. Or rather, I could just link object data. There we go. And then, actually, before I do that, link object data, flip it 180. Actually, before I do that, let me just copy the rotation. Location, wait, is it exactly the same? Oh, it is. Okay. Just do it again. Undo, undo, undo. Okay. Link. And I'll just align. Okay. You don't understand the sculpting tool. You just know that you can only sculpt where the vertices are. Oh, you like the fundamentally how it works? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So the sculpting tool, it's literally just you're just moving the vertices around. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. And I guess different level of details, like different amount of vertices, could have various effects on how the brush responds. For instance, a smooth brush, if you work on a really dense mesh, it could be a little bit harder to smooth out. I could do a quick example, right? Like right now, if I were to smooth this, you see how easily I'm able to flatten that out, versus if this was like a really dense mesh, it could take a little bit more effort to round it out, and it kind of does not destroy the integrity of the structure, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't flatten it out. So, you know, sculpting in different levels, they have their own functions. If I wanted like a clean rock, I could use that. But obviously, you could use another brush for that as well, like the scrape brush. You could do the same thing. But what you said was right. You're essentially just moving the vertices around. It's very much moving the vertices in edit mode with the proportion tool turned on. This is essentially the grab brush. It's the same thing versus this. See, it's the same thing. And then adding You're just you get it, right? You're basically moving a clay around. It's like playing with Play-Doh. That's essentially what it is. You're playing with Play-Doh. You're not sure which settings and workflow to use, and that confuses you? I see. For texture painting, okay. You're not sure which settings and workflow to use, and that confuses you. I guess the principle, like the basic tool, it's very straightforward, right? The first step is to UV unwrap, so that you have a canvas to paint on. UV unwrap, and then texture paint. That's really it. You UV unwrap and then you paint it, and then there's also how much resolution you want your canvas to be, what kind of brushes do you want to use. But fundamentally, it's just UV unwrap and then texture paint. But if you're talking about like how to paint shadows, how to paint highlights, then that is like, you're talking more about the artistic decisions that you have to make, no longer about the tools. And you could learn a lot of that with by observing 2D artists. Observe how they go about painting things. What was I doing? Oh right, this. Okay. I was trying to follow this guy. Oh, but then if I were to edit this, yeah, the other thing would be edited as well. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just have them be separate. That's fine. Okay. That's good. That's good. You've been talking to a good random animator on YouTube to help and support them. You're finding a way to connect all artists and animators together. You're planning on being the base to all connections in order to help smaller animators and artists gain help and support or even get a job. Is that a great idea? You want to be the base. That depends on how much is that a good idea? I mean, it is a very how do I say this? It's very generous. It's a very generous idea. I think it's great, but if you only if you have the means to do it. If you have the funds, if you have the connections, if you have the ability to do it, then I don't see why not, you know? Have I ever watched the anime To Your Eternity? No, I have not. What is it about? Okay, I think I'm gonna add a bit of multi-res details to this. I forgot to do that. Though it wouldn't be very grunched up. Just some subtle scratches and whatnot. So let's do that real quick. I think I'm gonna buff up the edges. I'm gonna smooth. Actually, I'm gonna have to lower this down. There we go. Ah, hydrate. Thank you. You're the first. Ah. Alright. How are you doing, Mecca? Ah. The delay of the redeem is hilarious. How you doing today? We are working on UV unwrapping some right now I'm adding some multi-res details which I forgot to do on this little belt strap holder. What do you call this thing? To make them stay in place. How about me? I'm doing good, and I'm glad you're doing good. The main source to this working is influence and friends on YouTube, kind of like you and your other masters, and somehow it's kind of working. Well, there you go. There you go. I think you've answered your own question. If that's a good idea. If it's already working, then there you go. Who's the baby who keeps on saying ah? The baby is Mecca. But if you're wondering where it came from, it's that I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the peanut butter baby. The baby covered in peanut butter sitting on a table. You guys know that meme? Let me look it up real quick. This.
Does it feel good? Oh.
It's so good.
Does it feel good?
Don't forget to hydrate. Did I not hydrate? I did hydrate, right? I hydrated, right, Mecca? Don't try to scam me though. I will check the VOD. Yes, okay, great. How he cover up so much? Beats me. It's a classic meme right there. Ah. Okay, and then for the scratches, I'm gonna do. Wait, how far did I subdiv this? Okay, let's see if this is enough. I'm gonna mask. Yeah, that's not enough. Let's do one more. That is still pretty low. One more. Okay. Alright, let's do some other scratches. Let's see. Let's do like one down here. Ah. And then I'm gonna up it on this side. Smooth it out. Let's drag this down to sharpen it. Ah. There we go. That's good enough. That's pretty ugly. It's pretty ugly, isn't it? Okay, let's maybe add some unevenness on this. So let's use the scrape brush. Just scrape the top. But I think I'm gonna have to do it on a lower resolution. It's creating some weird artifacts. Maybe level 3. Okay. I'll just do another one of these. I'll just let me think. Kind of want it to slope down. Yeah, just a little bit of that. Okay, great. Okay, I think that's subtle enough. Just a little dent. And let's add some scratches here as well. We don't need this boy for now. Multi-res. Okay, let's buff the edges as well. Or create some wear and tear. Just flatten out the edges for some pretty bounce lights. I mean, just so that when the light hits this little area, it's a little less even. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So I'm just pushing in the middle part, so there's like a little print, slight dent. Hi puppet, hello. How are you doing today? There we go. And then we want to create some scratches. Yo Jack, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, it seems like... Let me see. Okay, I could add some stretches down here. Let me just do something real quick. Let me just... There's not a lot of resolution. Can I go a little higher? I think I can. It's acting a little weird here. That's a bit frustrating. How am I? I'm doing good. I am doing good. How about you? Okay, I'm gonna mask this. Yeah, what the hell is that? Okay. Ugh. This thing is a problem child. Little brat. You know what else is frustrating? What else is frustrating? My god, why is it doing that? I wonder if this happens in ZBrush as well. Like it just dies halfway, you see? What is that? Something to do with some angle, huh? Size unit scene, does that do anything? Nope. How is my animation project going about the short film? You're just alive? Well, alive is better than not alive. So I'm glad you're alive. My animation project, it's going, you know, this is the process, I mean the progress right now. It's quite a bit to do, but we are almost done with the whole texture painting thing. And the past few days has just been, you know, just figuring out a workflow, just messing around. Did this little hair damp test, it was fun. Look at this. I saw Ulia doing this on Twitter and I was like, I gotta give it a shot. Then maybe I might implement this. I'm not sure if it responds well to IK. I do want to see. Oh. Oh, okay. Whoa. Wee. Okay. Chain length 1. Ah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Definitely not ideal with the IK. So let's undo all that. But it's going. It's alright. Ah. But other than that, pretty good. Pretty happy with how things are turning out. No tutorial from your favorite 3D artist? Oh no. Looks nice, thank you. Cheers, Mecca. I still gotta get good. It's been a minute since I've sculpted actively, and a lot of the shorthands are kind of like, and anatomy terms are kind of not fresh right now. Maybe I'll do a few more practice sculpts on stream, and then I'll try to do a tutorial, but I don't know, we'll see. No promises though. I'm a little out of touch with the whole tutorial thing. Okay, let me get back to this problem child. Okay. Actually, first let me just create this little indent. Why don't I upload 3D tutorial on this channel? Please, Naki bro. I mean, it's something that I may do eventually, but I don't intend to do tutorials for like a living. I guess my main thing. So I'll do it whenever I have the time, or whenever I have like behind the scenes to show on certain animations that is to come. Why am I so burpy today? Who put air in my shit? Who's putting air in my shit? Okay. What's it? Make it your main thing? Yeah. I mean, true. But animations, tutorials, they take time to do because when you work on a tutorial, you want to make sure that you get things right? And what goes into tutorials? Research. And research take a lot of time, especially if it's on a subject that I'm not too familiar with. But never say never, though. If I have the time to do it and it makes sense, then I'll do it. But I've got like priorities. My god, this thing is so ugly. Let me remove that. Why is it acting up like that? I don't know what's up with this. Like, look, it just dies halfway. Let me just show y'all real quick. Look at this. I'm just gonna draw a line across this, and you see how it just dies halfway? What? There has to be a reason for that. Like, it just stops. Something to do with the angle? Normal radius? View plane. Oh. Wait, did that fix it? Nope. Still disappears. That caffeine boy was epic, so you hope I might upload anything like that in the future. Yeah, I think I will. The likelihood of doing like a more document, like I don't know if I want to say documentary, but kind of like that, you know, behind the scenes, right? Like breaking down how I did so and so. Instead of like, here is a tutorial on how to create hair. Here's a tutorial on how to create a head. You know, I kind of prefer doing like a behind the scenes collage thing. Bruh, okay, I need to erase whatever this is. It's pissing me off. Get out of here. There we go. Get out. Be gone. Okay, good. I think this is good enough. I don't want to... Oh, but it's so uneven now. Damn it. Okay. Hey, Sanita, hello. How are you doing today? Are you going to do the animation in Houdini? No. No. Absolutely not. Might see you again later. Until then, bye. Oh, you going out? Okay, bye, Marshall. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Which add-on do I use for texturing, and what is ZBrush? ZBrush is a sculpting program, and add-on for texturing, I use Uku Paint. UCU Paint. Okay, let me see if I can get one down here. Oh my god, yeah, maybe not. It's too frustrating to work with this. Like, it just disappears like that. I don't know what's up with this. Really? Forget it. Forget it. Oh, what if I do this? Please. Nope, it's still being a bitch. What is that? It's so weird. Okay. I'm done. Let's just move on. We've got no time. I'm gonna sharpen that. Add some fancy bits here and there. Maybe let's add one more scratch. And maybe like a deep dent. Like that. Gaz? Wait, what? Hello, Lurk. Happy Lurk, Gaz. I saw that you went live on the YouTubes earlier. Hope you had a good stream and have a good lurk. And I'm looking forward to your Twitch comeback. Smooth. I do want to try ZBrush sometime. How much is ZBrush? Is there a free trial? ZBrush. Price. 49 a month. Okay, fuck off. Is there like a one-time purchase? Perpetual. I just unsubscribed to Adobe. I'm not about to do that. No, thank you. Okay, then they no longer, but you can still buy the 2023. Okay. 2023. Okay. For 1,000 euros. Okay. Let me just chop off my left nut and sell it to the black market. Wait, free trial. ZBrush free trial. 14 days. That could be fun. Okay. 14 days. That could be a... Yeah, I could do a ZBrush stream someday. Alright, I think that's good enough for now. Let's continue unwrapping stuff. So we've unwrapped this, this. Okay, not that. These guys. Okay, let's start with this. And I'll probably do one here. Let me think. You switching? No, I'm not switching. Don't worry, I won't switch up on Blender like that. Do you do freelance art? I guess technically not, but I do content creation, and I don't... Yeah, technically no, because I'm not working for like a client. Technically my client are my audience, and I sell digital products and I make content. But I may just have to think of another way of making the money for Red Feathers. Maybe I'll start doing commissions. Maybe I'll twerk for money. Let me just see what this would look like. Unwrap. That's not so bad. This could work. Checker map. Try working the corner. Not yet. Not yet. Why artists are not money hungry? Thanks for the hydrate. Why are artists not money hungry? I mean, if money was your objective, art would be like the last thing you should do. So I think by default, if you do art, you're not thinking about money. I mean, you could be like a very pragmatic person and also love doing art, but then the thing that you would do to make money would likely not be related to art, right? Especially in this economy, in the middle of the generative AI epidemic. Do I want to make... How do I want to do this? Maybe I'll do one in the middle. Unwrap. Okay. You understand the meaning? I mean, like, I could roughly, I could put 2 and 2 together. Right after I said, twerking. Degenerative AI! Oh my god. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Fuck AI, hello by the way. Hey, Luca, welcome to stream. Generative AI. How do I want to go about doing this? Let me think. Yeah, this is fine. I'm overthinking this. So let's unwrap. Minimum stretch. Nice UV unwrap, by the way. Thanks. You think a lot of artists just don't take the business side seriously? You really disagree with me on this? you can really make a solid living. Art is a valid business just like any other. You just need to know how to sell yourself. Being poor is not virtuous. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. But how do I say this? How do I say this and work at the same time? Okay, let me stop this and let me think. Well, I'm thinking more so from like a baseline level. You could definitely, yeah, you could definitely find your way in a market, sure. Absolutely, but it's just a bad time for artists now, right? It's like you could make money doing pretty much almost anything. But there are, you know, I guess better suited times to enter certain markets, like oh my god, it's so hard to formulate a coherent thought and properly dissect this mesh. But you're definitely right in the sense that you can make money doing art. But okay, yeah, I'm not gonna try to think. Let me just unwrap this. I think I'm gonna do the same with this. So let's do one in the middle. Oh, but there's no like middle mesh here. I mean, not middle mesh. An edge loop. Let me think. Do I wanna... Okay, I should do this and then this. Mark seam. And then I want them to stay as a single mesh. A single island. Let's maybe do this and then let me see. Do this? Oops. Nope. How do I do... Okay, if I were to clear that... Okay, but I want this to go there. So what do I do? What if I did that? Oh, it just becomes an O, that's true. Okay, I'll just do one smack in the middle, sure. Okay, let's see. You're very interested in about how to make my hair. Do I have details? Do you have a detailed tutorial for how to make a gooing? Okay, I'm assuming that you're saying if I have a tutorial on how to make hair like mine. Let me just link you real quick. Let me link. Copy. Okay, there you go. Remember, customer service is always shit. Guess what sold billions in the age of generative AI? Labubu. It's the dumbest product ever, but technically art. Okay, so we're talking. Okay, we're going beyond 3D. I see. Okay, fair enough. Some artists are money hungry and make millions, but it's not general truth. Not everyone is like that. Most aren't. I think it's safe to say that the baseline level of money hungry artists is definitely lower than in other sectors. I think it's not ridiculous to make such a assumption. You don't think it's a bad time for artists at all? Okay. Okay. The AI psyop is making so many young artists quit. True. But as development is stagnating, companies will demand more high-skilled artists again. I think it is optimistic, but I think it's safe. It's a safe thing to say in the sense that it's like a reoccurring pattern, right? 2D art at one point was in very low in demand, and I think it's fair to say at that time it is like a bad time to enter the 2D market, but 2D is thriving right now. So me personally, I think there's never a bad time to pick up on art, but that I think is irrelevant to the state of it, what it is right now. I think it's never a bad time to pick up 3D art, 2D art, and whatever art, as long as you like doing them. Although we are moving away from why are artists not money hungry, but so many wonderful games. True, yeah, I guess I was strictly referring to 3D art, but it is true. There has been a lot of insane independent games this year, so true. It is now easier than ever to become an independent artist or studio, never blackpill yourself. I think you're right, but man, I think we're not necessarily talking really about the same thing. I'm talking about the state that it is to enter. It is bad, and you wouldn't enter the market for money, right? You wouldn't do art because of the money. I think there are easier ways to go about making money, but it is not impossible to make money with art. And if we're expanding beyond 3D, then even more so, right? I think I can agree to that it's there's never been a better time to create independent games. You could dive into create a brand, like a cult following for some sort of a Labubu 2.0. I think one thing that has been kind of I'm not sure if it's on the rise in general, but something that my friend has been obsessed with are fugglers, right? Those are really cute as well. But I don't think you would enter the art space with money as a priority. Obviously, the term starving artist should go in the grave. No one should do art and and not have money in mind. In this day and age, I think we should just put the whole starving artist thing in the back. Blender should simply UV unwrap in future updates. What is my opinion? You can't understand UV anyways. Should simply UV unwrap. You mean have to automate it, right? Sure. Black pill. Shit. I just read up on this yesterday. Black pill to isolate, to exclude before AI, you don't remember anyone just showing up, posting drawings on Insta and getting a truckload of commissions. Yeah, exactly. Art has never been like has never been like the greatest means of making money, you know? Like no one enters art thinking like, okay, I'm gonna be a billionaire or a millionaire or, you know, make a shit ton of money. The customers that chose AI over humans are not the same customers who would have commissioned you. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Yeah. Art should be fun. Like if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. It is true, right? Art should be fun, but I still believe that you don't start doing art with like money in mind, although it should be a thing that you inevitably have to do. Can you give a good tutorial for UV Unwrap? Ooh, I'm like the worst person to ask for UV Unwrap advice, but I believe you could look into Blender Guru's latest donut tutorial. I believe texture painting is included. No, sorry, UV unwrapping. UV unwrap. Oh, he has one on like an anvil that you could look into as well. Yeah, I implore you to just Google it, or just YouTube search it, because again, like my idea of UV unwrapping isn't like I wasn't like professionally taught it, you know. I kind of just wing it, and whatever works. And keep in mind, for the past, I don't know how many character sculpts, I've just been relying on the classic smart UV project. So I'm like the worst person to ask, but the core idea of UV unwrapping is to lay out seams, or just imagine like any object you can think of. Like what would you do best to, like how would you best slice the object up so that you could flatten it out on a table for you to then paint on it, you know? Or if how would you splice this up so that when you apply a seamless texture, it doesn't create like, you know, ugly seams or seams in areas where you shouldn't have seams, you know? Like sewing, yeah. If you have a 9-to-5, a family, kids, a social life, and go to the gym, there's little room left for improving your art beyond just a hobby. Yeah. I guess we are on the same side, Van. I do believe that. I just, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, you shouldn't be doing art thinking that you're going to be rich, because, you know, the main question was like, why are artists not money hungry? I think the baseline is that, you know, generally we don't go into art thinking like, all right, I'm gonna invest X amount of time and I'm gonna get X amount of results, because art is not so black and white, you know? You don't go into doing art thinking, okay, as soon as I'm good at XYZ, I'm gonna be making XYZ. It's a very non-tangible space. But then, like you said, you know, if we're expanding beyond 3D, there are other means to I guess how do I like market yourself? Like if I wanted to make money, and if I was pragmatic, right, and I don't have a particular passion, which is right now to create animations, I would personally go get a 3D printer. I would start I would start concepting some cute characters that I could then create like a cult following around. But then I wouldn't be creating what I truly love. You know, there are ways you could make money out of art as well. And, you know, hey, if your interest just so happen to align with where the money is at, then good for you, right? But I don't think you go into art thinking like, okay, I am going to learn how to sculpt and I'm gonna be a millionaire, you know? We don't have the luxury of spending their time the way they choose to, the way a 75k a year artist does. You're gonna be rich because you own your own time. I agree with you, but I think that further proves why artists are not money hungry, right? Because if we're talking rich, meaning beyond money, then yeah, I can definitely agree with you. Do you know how to retopologize and UV unwrap? Will I make tutorials? Marsh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Do I know how to retopologize? I'm in the midst of learning it. I think I am getting comfortable at doing it, but will I make a tutorial on it? I think there are a lot of like tutorials that are already available. But I think perhaps in the future I could create, instead of like creating, hey, how to topologize in Blender 5.0 or how to UV unwrap in Blender 5.0, I could do like a thing that I did in the past. You know, I spent 18 days on creating this animation, but for this case it would be like behind the scenes of Red Feathers, and then I basically just go through a bunch of things that I've learned, like the bunch of things that I've learned throughout the process of creating this. You know what I mean? Of course, we all want to earn money to be able to live, yeah, but it shouldn't be a priority while making art. It's just a bonus. Yeah, and again, I'm not saying that it's impossible to make money with art. I just think the reason why most artists are not money hungry is because they don't draw clouds, pretty clouds and pretty skies, thinking that like, okay, you would it be fair to bring this up? Oh man, I'm okay, I gotta focus. But okay, I'll just say this. Like, if we were like a machine, we're not human, right? And we want to make money the most optimized way, I think art wouldn't be a top pick. But again, I'm not saying that art isn't. I'm not saying that it's impossible to make money with art. I've made money with art, but all I'm trying to say is the reason why artists are not money hungry, my personal belief is that you do art out of passion and out of interest, and I think if someone were, money hungry and they see like an opportunity to make money with art, it wouldn't be the process of creation that they care about. It would be the product that they care about. The kind of product that can make them money, right? Like you learn how to do art because you like doing this. You like spending time creating folds and all that crap. But if you're money hungry, you would think about how these folds could then make you money. But I feel like I'm going in circles at this point. Tiny Retopo. Successful artists feel privileged and satisfied, although in game industries, senior positions like character artists, environment artists, concept artists earn between 135 and 200k a year. In places like US, China, Singapore, you consider that rich? Yeah, I consider that. Yeah, you could consider that rich, true. But you know, what are the likelihood? What is, I mean, the current landscape for artists like? Okay, I think your point on the whole AI psyop is definitely valid in that, and that is that it's more severe than it actually seems. But I think it's also wait. I feel like we're talking about two very different points, and I feel that I the thing is I agree with what you're saying, but I feel like, are we talking about the same point? Like, would that be considered money hungry or making a living, you know? And I consider that rich too. If you're money hungry, you'll probably end up poor. If you're passionate about business or passionate about a high paying skill, you're probably gonna end up rich. I see what you're saying. Okay, if you're passionate about business or passionate about a high paying skill, yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah. Now you give a satisfactory answer for the money question, Levianaki. I hope I did, but and I hope it doesn't come off as like me saying, hey, don't do art, you know? I hope that isn't the point, or how I'm coming across. I'm saying that you should do art regardless, you know, and that there will always be means to make money, but the boat that we're riding on right now is a little shaky, though it is projected to appear shakier than it actually is, but it is still shaky. You didn't want to distract me. I think you're bringing up fair points, so don't worry about it. You tried to download Tiny Eye, but it says it's not available in your region. What? It's not available in your region? Man, imagine getting work done on stream, huh? I am so behind. I gotta unwrap. You know what? Maybe I'll unwrap the rest off stream. No, I gotta unwrap all of them here because they're all gonna be on the same island. Okay. You know what? I'll settle. I'll probably throw in a download link on the Discord for Tiny Eye. Okay. Let me just write that down. I've got no time to settle this right now. Add zip file for Tiny Eye on Discord. Now let's do the same for Tiny Hair Shader free parenthesis free. Okay. Once I'm done with the stream, I'll add a zip file if it's not too big on the Tiny Products page on the Discord. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't know that that was a thing. I didn't know it was a region locked. Glove looks nice, thank you. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. I am pressing for time. Go. Alright. Let me go into this view. What else do I gotta unwrap? Okay, I'm gonna lock in, guys. So, okay. Mark seam. Minimum stretch, okay. And I think I'll add a seam here as well. That way they spread out nicely. Unless... Actually, this is already pretty nice. Let's see. Let's do a checker map. Yeah, that's fine. Good enough. And I'm gonna do the same for this. I'll just add one seam in the middle and unwrap. What did I do for this? Yeah, I gotta do it for here as well. I'll add a line, 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 line. Alright. Did I say line? I meant to say seam. Okay. What did I do here? Okay. One seam. I think I'll add a seam down there instead, where it's more hidden. Actually, no. If we're doing that, we should do it here instead. Alright. Clear. And do one here. There we go. Okay. I think that's... Is that it? We're left with this, the wraps, and the knuckles. Okay, these guys should be pretty easy to do. Sime? I think that. I wanna do this. How? How do I want to go about doing this? I think I'll do that, and that. That and that. And then mark seam and unwrap, please. Oh, that's not so bad. Hydrate? Okay, I'll hydrate. Is that good enough? I think that's okay. Can I copy UV maps? Yep. Although the seams will not be the same. I mean, not this. I mean, can I transfer the seams? Can I do that? Copy. Let me see. Is there an option for that? Data transfer. UV seam? Oh, there we go. Oh, no, please. RIP. Save your work, guys. I just got the blue ball of death. Look. The blue ball of death. Okay, cheers. We off the topic now? Yes. We are off the topic. Wait, did I mute? No, I meant to add the reverb. Let me do that again. Yeah, there's a chance. There is a chance. We just gotta pray. There we go. It worked. How often do you save? I'm pretty pretty chronic saver, so I wasn't worried to begin with. Though it would be troublesome to have to reopen it. Okay, let me see. Can I link? To that? Good, yeah, we're safe, we're safe. Etch data UV seam. Apply? Nope. How do we transfer it? Topology? Oh. Oh, it has to be on top of it? What? Projected edge interpolation, is that? Oh man. Your paranoid saves after rotating the viewport. Valid. Valid. You have a friend who barely saves and often just closes their laptop? That is crazy. I could never. You have 6 backups on every project. Holy. Now that is a reasonable amount. Okay, I'll do this like the tedious way. You know what? I think I'm better off just manually selecting them. Do I want to do that? Yeah, fuck it. Okay. We do this. Backups all the way. Oh shit, now I gotta pee. Damn you, Mecca. Damn you. But I do gotta hydrate. Gotta keep me in check. Okay. Let's select those. Yeah, it's a lot quicker doing it this way. I was just wasting time. I was just thinking it could have been one of those lose the battle, win the war type scenarios, but I was just losing a war. Let me just do it manually by hand. Look at how quick that was. Done. Didn't have to go through all that crap. Mark seam. You're waiting for the day that bladder burst. Holy crap. I'll be sure to be standing on your bed whenever that happens. So think twice. Mark seam. How do I want to do this? If I just did that. Let me see. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'll just leave it as it is. Okay. We are good. we are good to go. Yeah, okay. We're down to one last thing to unwrap, and we can finally do the main agenda for today. Wait, I'm lying. We still got the bandages. Okay. Wait, no, we still gotta bake the multi-rest details. Okay. Let's just get this out of... Damn, we're so behind time, guys. Okay, let's start with this in the middle. I think I'll just do it straight down like this. And... Is that good enough? If I sneeze right now, I'm gonna explode. Okay, I'll go pee. This is not healthy. Ah. Did you guys know if you press like this little area beneath your nose when you're about to sneeze, it goes away? Okay, I lied to y'all. Wait, what did I lie about? Oh, the pee? Thank you for making Blender a million times more enjoyable, by the way. Really? Me? I refuse to believe that I've contributed to that. But thank you, that's really kind. Go? Yeah, I should. Not healthy. Is there a way to... Oh wait, there is a way to do... align... There has to be... a thing... Oh! Straight. Oh my god, that is like magic. What? Do you guys see that? This is Mio 3, it's free. What? This is free? What? Yo. Okay, I'll pee. But first, what if I did that? Oh my god, that is crazy. Whoa, right? What the heck? Okay, it's crazy that it's free, but okay, I'll be right back. This is amazing, right? Whoever did Mio 3, props to you. One more sub and 50 push-up subscribe now. Oh my god. That is true. We're 19 subs right now. Oh god. One sub and it's GG. Oh, my hair's all messed up. Who messed with my hair? Good morning, Srest. Good morning. Tap the morning to your lattes. Hydrate. Thank you. YouTube or Twitch sub? Thanks for hydrate. It would have been GG's if it was YouTube subs. Somebody touch my spaghetti. Okay, now I'm kind of tempted to do the straighten thing for like everything I can find, but it's so unnecessary. Okay, let's not waste time. Let's not get too excited. Okay. I was gonna do the bandages. Yeah, let's do that real quick. I think I've already marked the seams. Nope. Holy. Yeah, that jump scared me a little. And Stressed, thank you so much for the tier 1. And oh no, we're getting. Oh no. Oh god. Alright. I guess. Oh no. Guys, really? Okay. Oh my god. I don't think I can do 50 in a row. I'm gonna have to take breaks. Okay. Oh, okay. Damn it. Rocky type music. Oh god. Alright. Y'all done did it. Is there a copyright-free version now that we're streaming on YouTube? Oh god, here we go. What is this? I'm looking for a... I feel like I'm still gonna get copyrighted with this one. Am I going to? It says no copyright music. No. It's a little too risky. You're gonna do the push-ups with me? Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm not gonna do push-ups to this. Seriously? Don't forget to use your Prime. Come on, give me a Rocky type beat, copyright free. Energetic workout music. Copyright free. Oh man, streaming on YouTube was a different ball game. No. Can we have a Rocky type beat? Inspirational Rocky type beat. See Shanty too? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We do push-ups to that. Alright, boys. We're gonna do push-ups. Here we go. Alright, here we fucking go. Let me just turn off the blur. Then Oh god. There's barely any space here. Let me see if there's... Is it visible? Can you guys see me like this? Oh my god, there's no space. Can you guys see? Is that okay? All right. Here we go. Ah, 50? Seriously? Okay. Oh my god, it's not wide enough. Ten more to go. I don't know how I'm doing. There's like barely any space. Let's go. My god, I have fallen off. I have fallen off so hard. Lightweight, baby! And the song's about to end. Ugh. Two fucking more. Are you kidding me? Man, I used to do these back in my days. I did this no problem. Ugh. God damn. Ugh. We did it, boys. Ugh. Okay. Goddamn. Alright. I gotta check my form. Was I doing waves? Was I doing waves? I gotta check those form. Don't hurt yourself. I won't lie. I am so out of touch. You only managed to do 45. 45 is still pretty damn good for a... Wait, what is your... I'm assuming your body weight's pretty like... You sound like a jack dude to me. I'm a fairly light boy. Amazing, wow. Thank you. I gotta check my form. Where's my stream at? That took the wind out of me. Look at how shitty my internet is. Ew, that's me. Okay, one sec. Brother, I can barely load shit. Look at that. Okay. Form check. You were only there for the last 10? I see. I promise you, I did it. Ew. Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's a little too cramped. Damn that jiggle. Chill, buddy. Okay, the wave is not as bad. I fixed a lot of the wave problem. Down, down, down. No recursion. You sent a recording? No way. No way. Um. One second. Where did my music go? They seem fine to you? Okay, great. Great. General. Oh my god, Van! I'm gonna play this. Can I play this on, can I play this on stream? You okay with that? Make that an emote. You know, maybe one day I oughta... oh my god, look at that. This guy is jacked. I gotta get like a... When I get a better space to do all these shenanigans. Van, can I play this on stream? Can I play your video on stream? Are you okay with that? You know, that's me. Don't we all do that? You can, of course? Okay, great. So let's look at Van real quick. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna... Yo! Here we go. Look at that, guys. He's all gloved up. I love it. My guy is jacked. Look at those. I'm sorry, but damn, we gotta play one of those leg wrestling someday. You know, the one where one of us would have to close the other person and the other person have to split it open. You know, one of those. Okay. Enough analyzing. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Look at those triceps. Look at that. Bro, your tricep is seeping through the shirt. Seriously? I'm getting mogged on stream. Clean. I feel like I could sit on you and you would do this no problem. Oh, hell yeah. Down. Yeah, clean. Supporting Naki with push-ups. Wait. Down. Yeah. Let's go, Van. Sit on you. I swear I could. You got this. Oh. Yeah. That's what we like to see. You know, you gotta go until failure. I think I went to failure like 3 times for the last few reps. Oh my god. I have fallen off. But okay. Good shit. Invite you to dinner first. Yeah, perhaps that would be the right approach. Good shit, Van. Thanks for the support. Lightweight, baby. All right. Oof. You know what? That was a much needed pump. Do I flex on y'all? Ugh. Okay, that's embarrassing. Wait. Divided by countries, united by games. Hell yeah. Okay. Come on, give us a front double buy or something like that. Are you super lagging? I am dropping frames. Oh god. Wait, but I am still connected to my phone. Oh no. No. Whoops. Sorry for the double chat. That kind of big, which you're talking about, if it's, then you're dead wrong. Why is it so laggy? One sec. Let me leave the Discord. It's not stuttering, but there's a hard delay. It's a bit laggy. It was buffering during the push-ups for you. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure why this is happening. I am seeing a shit ton of drop frames though. Look at that. And I'm not too sure why this is happening, guys. You're in the past? Oh god. Let me see if I could close some videos. Maybe I'll set this to 144p. How's the delay? Is it bad? I'm not sure what's happening. One second. Oh man. Every fucking time, every stream. Let me think. I don't know what to do about this, to be honest. Let me think. Yeah, it's the drop frames are. How to fix OBS drop frames.